fast enough to keep up with his kids' spending, so he decides to teach them a lesson. One day the three siblings suddenly panic. Their bank cards are frozen. A bunch of cops show up at their house and seize all their luxury cars. Just then the rich dad comes out, escapes the mansion with his kids, and jumps into a getaway car he set up in advance. The kids frantically ask what's going on. The dad says he broke the law, and all his assets are frozen, so they have to go into hiding for now. After saying that he takes away all his kids' phones and throws them out the window, the kids freak out even more, but the rich dad actually smiles, because this is all part of his master plan. That night they arrive at an old house in a neighboring city to lay low for a while, but the living conditions completely terrify the three of them. They even only have a few pieces of bread for dinner. The dad solemnly announces, starting today the three siblings have to do something they've never done before: work. Early the next morning, the dad wakes the three kids up and rushes them out to find jobs, but they don't want to work at all. The oldest son tries to borrow money from his rich friend, but the friend cuts ties with him after hearing about his situation. The daughter borrows a stranger's phone, but only to call her boyfriend. She's afraid he'll dump her now that she's broke, and she ends up running up a huge bill on the stranger's phone. The youngest son runs off to a construction site and starts stealing the workers' boxed lunches. By the end of the day the two brothers come back empty-handed, but the daughter comes home carrying a bunch of designer bags, and even takes a private ride home. Turns out she sold her big brother's luxury watch. The oldest son loses his temper right away. Now the whole family is gonna starve. Just then their old butler shows up with the chauffeur, bringing them some daily essentials. Before leaving, the chauffeur leaves a restaurant business card, recommending the spoiled daughter to work as a waitress. The first day ends terribly, but life goes on. The daughter makes a choice. She decides to swallow her pride and start her working life. The oldest son finds a job as a driver on his own. The youngest son chooses to do absolutely nothing. After a hard day's work, both the oldest son and the daughter make some money and buy their favorite food. But since the youngest son didn't work, the others refuse to share their food with him. The next day he has to give in, agreeing to help his dad fix up the old house, to trade his labor for food. But even though the youngest son knows nothing, he turns out to be a natural at fixing things, and easily fixes the hot water issue. The oldest son doesn't have it easy though. When he hits an uphill climb, he doesn't have the strength to make it up. The sister's job isn't going smoothly either. Not only does she have endless dishes to wash, but she also has to deal with customers giving her a hard time. Going from rich kids to regular folks, the three of them finally change their mindsets. One day through casual chat, the dad finds out his daughter has been suffering from anorexia. His youngest son has been to prison, and his oldest son got seriously ill once, and was hospitalized for weeks. Only then does the dad realize how much he missed over the years. He's totally to blame for his kids' bad habits. Since his wife passed away early, the dad wanted to give them the best life possible. He spent all his time making money, and neglected taking care of his kids. They only caused all that trouble, just to get his attention. As time goes by, the rich kids gradually adapt to normal life. The oldest son loves sneakers, and rents a warehouse to start a business. The daughter makes a lot of friends at the restaurant, and the youngest son goes all out to help renovate the old house. Seeing his kids completely transformed, the dad is genuinely happy from the bottom of his heart. The fake bankruptcy worked, but he doesn't know how to come clean to his kids. The daughter's deadbeat boyfriend shows up. He knows the secret about the dad's fake bankruptcy, so he blackmails the dad into letting the daughter marry him. Naturally, the dad refuses. Just then the kids suddenly come back. The guy takes the chance to announce that he bribed the investigators and settled everything for the dad. The kids are completely fooled by him. The dad doesn't know what to do. He figures he'll find a chance to explain later, but the guy moves fast and takes the daughter straight to get a marriage license. Hearing this, the dad panics. He finds his daughter right away and confesses everything right in front of the kids. Although the marriage registration is successfully stopped, the kids are furious with their father. They can handle being taught a lesson, but they can't stand being lied to. The father confesses that their lives used to be a total mess. These words hurt way too much, deeply hurting his kids' feelings. In the end, the kids decide to leave their father. The dad thinks they're just talking out of anger, but they aren't the same deadbeats they used to be. But several months pass. The dad's wealth keeps growing, but he just can't bring himself to be happy, because his kids haven't come home, and he refuses to apologize to them. A friend sees through his dilemma, and takes him to the old house under the guise of doing business. Turns out the kids are all helping the oldest brother run his new sneaker company. Although it's still in the early stages, everything is going smoothly. What surprises him even more is, today is his daughter's birthday, but as her father he completely forgot about it. The father's arrival isn't exactly welcome. Just as he's about to leave, he can't help but say what's truly on his mind. I know someone wanted to teach his kids a lesson, but he's the one who ended up learning